Welcome. I am gonna try a different style, a different vibe of video today. Instead of trying to act normal and collected and cool, I'm just gonna be myself and wear what I would wear on a regular day. And I'm going to, I honestly came on here to ramble. I didn't really plan out what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna do a video where I just talk about whatever I want to talk about, because I'm definitely good at rambling. So yeah, every now and then you realize that something you thought was small really mattered to you. And that's been happening to me a lot recently. Like, I remembered the other day that I really liked to play with marbles as a kid. And I thought, like, I want to go to Michael's now and buy some marbles. So, and it just really touched me. Like, it felt really good to remember how I felt when I was a kid and I used to play with marbles. And I liked all the different colors, and like the fact that I would even notice something like that, like the colors and the designs on them, it's just something that you don't really do when you get older. And it just made me feel good. Like, you know that feeling when you remember something, or just like, I'm getting to that age where that happens more often now. Like, something will jog my memory of a different time, and I'll remember something that I hadn't thought of for a while, and it'll make me feel good. And I think that's so special that I could do that for myself, because I have spent a lot of time thinking that the things that I do don't matter in the world, but they matter to me. They matter to me. Years later, it kind of makes me want to cry, just because, like, I've spent a lot of time hating myself. And now, like, I look back so lovingly on memories, the things that I did as a child, or just things that I've done even recently. And it feels so good, and it makes me feel like life is so beautiful. Like, yeah, that thing about the marbles. And today I heard Take On Me by Aha, and it made me feel so good. And it made me realize that further down the road, years from now, I'm gonna hear that song, and I'm gonna just feel so good and feel so happy thinking about the person that I was and what it meant to me when I did hear it come on. Because you get tunnel vision. You think that the way things are right now, the way that you feel, the things you want, your thoughts and your desires are all the way it's always going to be. And you're stuck like that. You don't realize how much you can change. And so I just knew when I was hearing it this time that I'm going to be a completely different person one day and hear that song, and I'm going to think, that was back when I used to do this, and that was back when I used to do that, and just remember the good times. And I'm just going to really appreciate the person that I was when I was able to appreciate that song. And yeah, it just made me feel really good, and just reminded me that even if you feel like the things you do don't matter, they definitely matter to you later on. They matter to you. Your memories and your decisions and all of those things that you put into your life, no matter what circumstances you have, they definitely matter to you. They matter a lot, and I think that's so beautiful. And yeah, to just remember that. Just trust me, even if you don't think right now, they'll matter to you. And so, yeah, it also reminded me that, you know, how we can really get tunnel vision on things, like I was saying. You can really get tunnel vision on your current life circumstances, and wishing, especially if you're like a self-help junkie or like a personal growth junkie like me, you can get really stuck on like your problems and wanting to fix things. And I think, we get a lot more tunnel vision than we think, and we need to step back a little bit every now and then. Yeah, well, I'll have times where I don't just get tunnel vision, but I take that for fact. I take that for the truth, and I don't really spend a whole lot of time telling myself, like, you know, this is how things seem right now, but it might make more sense later, or to just not like interpret my life circumstances for what I can see them as right now to be like the fact. Like you can't see all the moving pieces. You don't know where your life is going. You have no idea what people think of you. Like you don't know whether that thing you're trying really hard to do is going to work out or not. So there's really no way to know if you're doing it right, if you're doing life right. And things don't make sense a lot of the time. Like, I feel like we all try so hard to explain our lives, explain what's going on and what it all means. And it's crazy to me that there are things that I don't understand right now, and I can think I'll never understand that. I could never do this. I can never do that. But like even just a year from now, I'll have answers. I'll understand it. I'll yeah, I'll be able to see what I didn't see. And it's just really cool the amount of change that you can go through as a person just with some time. So I guess really all I'm trying to say is just give yourself time and space to just exist. And it really doesn't matter. Whatever it is that's troubling you, I'm sure that it does not matter as much as you think it does. And to just have hope, feel really good about the fact that you will be a different person and you'll be able to have a new perspective on whatever it is that you're going through right now. And I think that's just beautiful. That really inspired me earlier, and it made me feel really good. But something else that I also realized is just that when I'm not hard on myself, I get answers. When I'm trying super hard to overthink and work through all my problems and assign meaning to the troubles that I have right now, the things that stress me out, when I am saying unkind things to myself and labeling myself as lazy, or when I'm comparing myself to other people and then getting upset at myself for not living up to some set expectation I have for myself. When I do that, all of those things are to try to have better control over the outcome of my life and the things that I'm trying to achieve. And it never works. All it does is make life harder. All it does is prolong whatever it is that you're going through, in my opinion. Emotionally, it just prolongs it. What I think you need to do, well, I don't want to tell anyone what to do. When I'm not hard on myself, I get answers. So when I stop doing that, and I don't have to start saying, oh, you're doing everything good, you're doing everything right. If I just have a neutral, like that's what I'm learning right now, is just to be more neutral. When I have a neutral view of myself and whatever it is that I'm doing in life, how well I'm doing in life, when I just have a neutral view and let go, I get answers. The moment I stop trying to force it, the moment I stop trying to control my life and to try to force myself to do the perfect things to get what I want, whatever my anxiety is telling me I need to do, whoever my anxiety is telling me to be, when I let go of that image and all of that stuff, I get answers. It's crazy. Like, you can wonder why this is happening to you. How do you get out of this situation? All of these things, problems that you're trying to solve in your life. The moment you let go and just live your life and let yourself be, you get answers to that stuff. Okay, my battery, my camera ran out of storage, but I was just trying to say that you get answers to a lot of that stuff when you let go. And I think a lot of life is like that, where you kind of, the moment you stop trying is when you get what you want. But anyways, that was a little bit of a ramble. I just wanted to talk about something I've realized, which is pretty much what I always do. And I also want to say, to just sum it all up, is that things that I used to think were ugly, I think now are beautiful. And that is such an incredible thing about life, that you might have such a strong rejection to something that later you can find beautiful. So have hope that that could be you one day with something that you're going through right now. And I hope that this is inspiring and helpful in some type of way. But thanks for watching if you made it this far, and definitely subscribe. Let me know if you like this style of video, and I will do more of them. Okay, bye.